So you found the truck that you're looking for in the great price at the right options pretty much for everything, but oh no, not a tri-pack. And well, $10,000 for a tri-pack would be quick, and then I'd have to finance it. Just seems rather expensive on a budget. And I've used tri-pack and they're not all that reliable. So I'm going with a little bit of a cheaper solution. Now, not seen in this video, I've already moved my bracket forward. And I bought these brackets online. You can find them at iowa80.com. But I suppose you can drill holes directly into the frame. I'm not really trying to drill holes and then find out I've drilled wrong and then drill extra holes. I want my frame to look nice and neat and not full of holes unnecessarily. So I've pretty much already removed the bolts from my different parts of my truck here. And this is just to kind of give you a idea of what the brackets look like. The brand is called Chassis Grabber, and they just kind of grab on with the two little pieces, and they come with a bolt that bolts in the backside through that little eye hole in the backside. And again, you can use whatever options you want to mount your generator. What I've chosen is a Pulsar 5,000 watt rated diesel generator. Yeah, you can find gasoline generators far cheaper, but not necessarily in a diesel. I think Generac was about $4,000, and this here was right at about $1,500. I bought from the Iowa 80 Chassis Grabber company their brackets, although I had to make a slight modification, welding it together. Bolted the brackets directly to the generator prior to installation to the chassis grabbers on the truck. And I haven't bolted the chassis grabbers on the truck just yet because I want to make sure that I have measured correctly, and while I think I have, again we get back to drilling extra holes, which I don't recommend if you ever plan to sell the truck and you want to take your equipment with you. And of course, at some point, it makes it a whole lot easier for the job to remove all the side skirting from the truck. And that allows for easy installation. So, as we can see, this here is a one-man band. And this is my enforcement to bring everything together. I will have to pause here. There's the brackets on both sides, and all I got to do is lift it up and line it up and bolt it up. Okay, so I got the generator all mounted, and I'll explain in a second what I took the panel out for. You can get in here, see how it's all nice and bolted up. Plenty of clearance between the frame rail and the generator. And I've stood on top of this thing while it's mounted, and it doesn't shake or anything, so the brackets are really nice the way they're welded up. The brackets didn't come welded, but I had them welded anyways. So it sits in there nice. I had to cut part of the body because that was going to be real tight when the airbags are low. I've also mounted, or going to mount in, a fuel line. I basically just took the brake line and this is going to connect to the fuel tank on the other side. So drilled a hole in the side of the generator. For the grommet, I just used a piece of fuel line and I cut it and get it on there a little easier. And simply sliding it through the hole here. Fits right in there like that. And I'm gonna connect it to the fuel tank on the other side. That's why I got such a nice long piece here. And I will wire it up in here in a minute. 8,000 BTU portable home air conditioner system. Sit it between the seats. Don't have to, but when you're sitting in the bunk, it makes it a whole lot cooler. Store it between the front of the passenger seat and the dash when not in use. Say 77 degrees. Not bad considering it feels like 100 outside. The cord plugs directly into an extension cord that comes in through the floor that goes directly back to the generator. Dryer vent comes out of the back side and goes right up to the window. Use the vent screen. You get in the truck stops, modified it with a little piece of plexiglass and a bit of a dryer vent. Nice and cool. A little noisy, but nice and cool. So I shut the generator off, but that's get the idea how it's up on here. Kind of dirty, but it's been on there for over a year. For added security, I initially added a ratchet strap, but found it was not necessary. The generator came from Home Depot. I would strongly recommend something stronger than an 8,000 BTU air conditioner. This unit was intended for a home, which has more insulation than a semi-truck does. Featured here is the actual part I got from Iowa80.com. Features the price and the part number. The actual brackets I bought came from Chassis Grabber. These brackets here are found at Iowa80.com and look similar to the ones I actually used and modified. I was inspired by a truck I found at a truck stop with a similar setup. Featured a home air conditioner window unit mounted out the window of the semi-truck. Featured was the gasoline generator Briggs & Stratton with a fan for cooling. Made more sense to me to have a diesel generator since I refuel the truck at a diesel island, and having a diesel generator would be easy to fill at that moment. Thank you for watching Trucking It Up with Robotech.